Okay, so we're going to be demoing our Warehouse iScan app, and first we're going to start by showing the components and what we use. So in order to get this thing started, we're using two pieces of equipment, an iPhone and the Honeywell Captuvo sled. And so you'll see on the top of the Captuvo sled, it opens up, and then the iPhone is just slid in. It attaches at the top, and then once we power it up, we'll use the AppDscan web app, which is available on the iTunes App Store. Okay, so that begins that's the login page for our iScan 2 app. Okay, so now we're going to log into the device. So basically you click in the login button and then you would enter a username and a password. Okay, so now we're going to demo the inventory control tab. And what we'll have here is there's several tabs under inventory control. We have lookup features, location transfers, we suggest transfers to our inventory control team, and then we also have the ability to manage bins. So we'll begin by using the lookup button. And in this section, there's several ways in which we can look up items. We'll start by looking up batch. And so what that entails is we can scan a batch or type in a batch. And once that's done, the app will tell us every location where that batch is available and how many of that item are available. And so when we click on the availability, we'll see the batch number, the quantity, the lot number, and if this product had an expiration, that would also be visible. Now, other features include we can search by location, item, or expiration, all of which are basically the same. Like if we take the location, same concept, where we would just scan the location, and then the app tells us what items are in there and how many are available. If we scan the item, we get a list of all of the locations where that item is currently available and how many there are. And then finally we can search by expiration date. Now this particular item doesn't have an expiration, but same concept. Another feature that we can do from the app is location transfers. And so what we're going to do here is we're going to walk through transferring 25 of this particular item from one location to the other. So the first thing we'll do is enter in the quantity. After that, we're going to select the batch or the item. Okay, we're going to scan the location that the item is being transferred from. And then we'll scan the location that we want to transfer the item to. Okay, and so you can see all of the information is kept on the screen so the user is able to verify that the transfer information is correct. And then once we press the submit button, the transfer has been completed. Now if we go back and look at this item, we'll use the lookup feature. We'll search by batch, and we'll see that we have 25 of this particular item that we just transferred into a different bin. If you click that 25, you'll see that that's the same lot that we just moved. In addition to lookups and transfers, under the inventory control tab, we also have two features that help with our inventory management. So these are suggested transfers and manage bins. So we'll start with the manage bin button, and basically what this allows us to do is to set the minimum quantity for each bin location. And so once we set the minimum quantity, we're going to basically set the minimum, at
25.
And so now that bin has been updated. And so when we go back out to the inventory control tab, that min quantity is the baseline for another feature called suggested transfers. And so in our warehouse, what we use suggested transfers to do is to look at bins in which the inventory has fallen below the minimum quantity, and it alerts our inventory control personnel that a transfer is necessary. When they find one that needs to be transferred, they can simply push the transfer button. It takes them to the transfer screen, and we can make the requisite transfers and keep all of our stock levels and pickers moving as efficiently as possible. Okay, so another thing that we use our the WHiScan app for is to pick and pack our orders. So if we go under the picking tab, you'll see that there's several types of orders that we can pick using this app. So we can pick general orders, we can pick retail, sales rep orders, and then we also have the option to pick and pack specific. So the first three use logic in the app to sort the orders and to push which ones have priority to our pickers. The last one, pick and pack specific, is based on the sales order number, and it's a mechanism where we can bypass the logic in the app and pick a specific order if there's an emergency or a reason we need to pick one out of the regular order. So we're going to go and pick and pack general now. Okay, and so right away we're presented with an account, and it's going to have the item that we need, the quantity that we need, the location that the item is in, and then once we get there, we're going to scan. So we'll pick up once we get to the location. Okay, so now we've arrived at the location where this product is stored, and so what we're going to do is walk through the procedure for picking the order. So first we'll scan the location, then we'll scan the batch, and you see that those two are entered into the app, and then now we're going to enter the quantity. Okay, and then we'll press the submit button. Okay, and what we have now is that this order has been completed, and so we press submit, and then we're able to go back and finish processing in SAP.